This week on a special edition of InsideRH Athletics, Anna will sit down to interview me about being the InsideRH Athletics host, then we'll head to camp for Player of the Week. And last but not least, Daniel will fill us in on this week's Region Roundup. All that and more on a special edition of InsideRH Athletics.
What's up, Wildcats? Welcome to this week's special edition of InsideRH. Instead of a coach, I'm going to be interviewing Will, me, Anna Osborne.
Yep. Will Reyes.
So Will, what makes being an InsideRH host so enjoyable for you?
Well, where do I even begin? I love being the InsideRH Athletics host because, first of all, I love learning as much as I can about our school's athletic programs. We just moved to the new school. So, you have all these coaches who have been, learning how to coach a team and, how to produce a final product that can, win games. And it's hard enough just doing that with a bunch of kids and being in control of that.
Yeah.
And then, you get transported to a whole new environment. So I think I say all this because I think it's particularly special this year to be able to have this opportunity because, you get to see all these coaches who have just been given all this ability to develop. We have new weightlifting rooms, a sports field for just about every sport at the school, just all sorts of stuff, all sorts of funding. So it's special, seeing coaches, and how they take that and how grateful they are for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're setting the standard. So what's your favorite sport to discuss?
My favorite sport to discuss is football. I love football so much. I'm just a huge Dallas Cowboys fan,
Yeah.
I thank my dad for that. And I think it's especially special with Richmond Hill football because I think we've got more soul, more culture than any other program out there. I think it's very special, and I think I grew onto it so much just because I can see how special of a program it is, our football program. But it's not just football. Football's my favorite just because, it's not even really fair. I just have loved football for years and years, but I love talking about every sport, but football is amazing.
That gets us right into our next topic about what sport you're looking forward to this semester.
Well, this semester, I'm looking forward to every sport.
Yes.
I love every sport, but I love some boys basketball. Coach Henderson is just a really good coach. His interviews always go very well, just like everybody's interview, but I do really enjoy interviewing Coach Henderson. He just really cares about the team. I really like the guys on our team. They've got a drive, which I find, very inspiring.
Impressive.
Yes, and but boys basketball, it's just, and the new arena makes it so special too.
That's
because
true.
A big part of the sports, high school sports, is the students. If you look at any of my interviews as the InsideRH host, everybody's always talking about the environment that student section makes. So you give them an amazing arena with a really good capacity and great seats, then the student section gets really hype, and I think that's important for making a sport exciting. So that makes boys basketball.
Yeah, that's
really
always
awesome.
fun.
But I love every sport. Every sport.
Yeah.
I love interviewing everybody.
Okay, we know you're the
Yes.
sports guy.
All right. Next question.
What do you do to prepare for these interviews?
What do I do? Well, it starts with interviewing the coach. Just send him an interview, be like, "What's up, Coach? This. I'm the host of this, InsideRH Athletics. When can you come in for an interview?" And then I set that date, and it also comes with getting my reporters. I got Player of the Week, Player Spotlight, Region Roundup, so I got to communicate with all of them. Figure out who the player is, and when they're going to get their interviews and all that stuff. And then the day rolls around, and I get my setup ready, 2-camera setup, my green screen. We're here in the studio.
I'd say this is a pretty cushy gig.
Yeah, I enjoy it plenty. Thank you, Miss Whiten. But yeah, it's a hassle a lot of the time, but it's just communicating with your coaches, communicating with your reporters,
of course,
communicating with yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So
speaking of yourself, how has this show impacted your senior year?
Well, it's been busy. It can be stressful, but I think it's very special for me because I love getting to know the players that, take part in the sports of our school, getting to know them, seeing what inspires them and their aspirations for whatever sport they play and why they love it. And it's made me happier, like I said, talking to coaches and, seeing like people who are getting new opportunities with, really good new facilities. And it's also just preparing me for just my future, not just senior year.
Yeah.
Like I got really good experience in this and I want to continue to pursue, sports media in my future for my life, really. So it's been very helpful. It's gotten me a lot of experience. And yes, it's been stressful, but it's all worth it. So
that's very commendable. That's all for Will's interview. Now let's head to Player of the Week.
This week's edition of Player of the Week is outside center back Jake Hicks. Jake was picked as the Player of the Week because he has been improving a lot, though he still has some weaknesses.
I think my communication on the field has gotten a lot better. I think I'd like to say that I'm a brave defender. I don't really just get scared to go against somebody because they're bigger than me or stronger than me. Some weaknesses, though, I definitely think I can get in my head pretty quickly. I get mad at myself sometimes, but it happens, so.
Though the season has not yet started, Jake and his teammates have been doing a lot of practice to prepare for it.
We haven't really had any games yet. We're just doing practices, and I don't really think that there's any specific player things. I think we're all just getting used to each other as a team, and it's building pretty well right now.
Jake has big goals for his team this year, such as winning the state championship.
I would like us to go to state, and I want us to win it. I think we have a good chance this season, and if we all work together, I know we'll do it. So.
Jake says there are a lot of coaches that inspire him, especially Mr. Peterson.
Well, some coaches that inspire me are Coach Peterson, of course. He's kind of the main head honcho for our team. His wife, Coach Julie, is a very good friend of my mom, and so she's a big help as well. And Coach Paul, my club coach, he's been a big help as well. So.
Jake says that the main thing that motivates him to play harder is his teammates.
I just trust my teammates a lot, and I think we're just a big family, and that's really all that pushes us as a whole, I think. Some people may have goals further, but for me, since I'm not going to college, it's more of just I just want my guys to do well, and I want them to be able to be happy with their season. So.
Reporting for InsideRH Athletics, I've been Cameron Clark.
Welcome back. Now we'll head to Region Roundup after the break.
You know that's not what robots we make.
Well, what do we make?
This is boys volleyball. Check it out.
It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. You that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G-pad. Yeah, watch it do it. Turn this TV off. 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 Turn this TV off.
Welcome back, now to Region Roundup.
Good day, Wildcats. I'm Daniel Lopez here with your Region Roundup for today. Let's get straight into it. For the girls basketball, we have Lowndes in first place with a score of 6-0. In second place, we have Valdosta with a score of 6-1. Third place, we have Camden County with a score of 4-2. In fourth place, we have Tift County with a score of 2-4. Colquitt in fifth place with a score of 1-5. And last place, we have us, Richmond Hill, with a score of 0-7. Now for the boys basketball, we have Lowndes in first place with a score of 5-0. In second place, we have Camden County with a score of 4-2. Valdosta in third place with a score of 4-3. Colquitt County in fourth place with a score of 3-3. Tift County in fifth place with a score of 2-4. And last place, we have Richmond Hill with a score of 1-6. Well, that's all for today, Wildcats. I'll see you next week.
Hey, Brandon, come on, get up.
Your lunch money. No. Oh, really? Not giving you lunch money? Okay, then. Hey, man. Are you okay? I'm not okay.
Actually, I don't hate him. In fact, boy often sins from immediate control, which could come from being powerless at home. Children from troubled homes may witness or experience aggression, which could lead them to believe it's a normal way to interact with people. Bullying can be a way for these individuals to deflect attention from their own pain onto other people so they can feel better about themselves.
Man, I love spending time out here at this awesome park off my phone. But we have to keep it nice. There are so many things to enjoy here. From tennis to football to just a simple walk around the water. But in order to enjoy it, we have to maintain our spaces. Unlike these guys. Did you know that vandalism hurts our own community?
What's vandalism?
Vandalism is the deliberate destruction of property, including graffiti. If you are caught committing this felony, you can be arrested, serve time in jail, or be fined. I don't know about you, but destroying something in a park is not worth destroying my future.
Inside me, son of a god. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. I've got that lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
We're gonna sing! We're gonna dance! And we're gonna act!
But most of all, we're gonna be ourselves.
Yeah!
That's all for today, Wildcats. We'll see you next week. I'm going to be interviewing Will, me, Anna Osborne.
Meet
Yep.
Will Reyes.